I was shopping when I suddenly had a seizure, but my mother stopped me from calling for help and shooed away the onlookers.
No.
I was injected with an unknown toxin and passed out cold. When I woke up, I immediately rushed to the door, but it was locked tight. I yelled for my mother, only to find she had already left. Quickly, I grabbed a wire and tried to pick the lock, but the door was blocked by farming tools and wouldn't open at all, so I had to escape through the window, then took a hot knife and an extension cord, connected them together, drank some water, and began my escape. I climbed out the window and started moving with great difficulty until I finally reached my mother's bedroom. The window was shut tight and I couldn't get it open, but I didn't panic. I turned on the hot knife, placed it against the glass and spat water on it. The glass soon shattered and I quickly climbed inside. But then I suddenly had another seizure and I didn't have my medicine, so I had to go back. I crawled back with difficulty, moved the farming tools aside, and opened the front door. Just as I was about to suffocate, I grabbed my respirator. Then I went to the stairs, but the stairlift was out of order, so I had to push my wheelchair down first. While I was thinking about how to get down, the wooden board broke and I fell. But at that moment, I noticed my toes could move. I was thrilled. I struggled to get up, used every ounce of strength, and got back into my wheelchair. I hurried outside without looking and almost got hit by a car. The driver rushed out, saw my terrible condition, and asked what happened. I told him everything. The driver immediately wanted to take me away, but just then my mother returned. She tried to stop the driver, claiming I was mentally ill, but the driver ignored her, put me in his vehicle, and prepared to leave. Suddenly, my mother attacked and knocked the driver down. She locked me in a warehouse and I nearly broke down. Just then, I found a death certificate with my name on it, and underneath it was a missing person notice. I instantly understood everything. She was not my mother at all. The woman walked in just then and realized I knew the truth. She tried to act like before, but I ignored her. She suddenly went crazy, wanting me to never escape and be her good little daughter forever. I struggled to flee into a storage room and locked the door. Listening to her gentle calls, I felt disgusted. I noticed medicine on a shelf and decided to end my miserable life. But just then, she opened the door.
You need me. No! No!
I didn't succeed. She took me to the hospital and saved me, but my body was paralyzed and she was right at the door. I was terrified and struggled to press the call button, which got the nurse's attention. By hinting, I got a crayon and started writing a help message. But halfway through, an emergency alarm sounded and the nurse left. She came straight in, disconnected my medical equipment, and took me away. After the alarm was cleared, the nurse immediately came back, confirmed that I had not been taken by a colleague, and began checking. She discovered the message I had left. She quickly notified the hospital and security guards were dispatched to pursue, but the mother was already prepared. While going downstairs, she found the wheelchair stuck, quickly pulled back the blanket, and discovered I had regained sensation. Just then, the security guards arrived. She instinctively raised a gun to resist, but the guards were already in action, and she fell down the stairs. My nightmare was over. The mother was classified as mentally ill, and through relentless effort, I gradually recovered. Every year, I visit her and bring her gifts just to get back at her for what she did.